Hi all, today we'll proceed with Karl Marx. कार्ल मार्क्स M A R X जितना आप अच्छे से समझिएगा बीपीएससी या स्टेट पीसीएस या इवन यूपीएससी में उतना ज़्यादा मार्क्स आएगा आपको आपके ऑप्शनल एग्जामिनेशन में, ठीक है, ऑप्शनल पेपर में, ठीक है। कार्ल मार्क्स से उतना ज़्यादा मार्क्स लाइएगा। द रीज़न बीइंग यू कैन पुट कार्ल मार्क्स इन एनी ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस, ओके। उसके दो तीन रीजन है। जो मार्क्सिस्ट आइडियोलॉजी है डेफिनेटली एट्रीब्यूटेड टू कार्ल मार्क्स, ओके, ही वाज द फाउंडर ऑफ दैट आइडियोलॉजी। दैट स्कूल ऑफ थॉट इज नोन एज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट थ्योरी, ओके। He sees conflict everywhere in every relationship, whether it is of the employee or the employer और employee के बीच का relationship में conflict है, हस्बैंड वाइफ के रिलेशनशिप में कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है, पुरुष प्रधान जो समाज है उसमें तो डेफिनेटली कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है ही। दो दोस्त के बीच में भी अगर रिलेशनशिप है तो वन इज एन एक्सप्लॉइटर, ओके, एंड अदर इज एक्सप्लॉइटेड, ओके। if you try to bring in conflict theory in every social structure whatever you see around, you will find, or social relationship to be precise, you will find that these relationships are based on two things, that is one is an exploiter and other is being exploited, okay. We have talked about functionalist school of thought. Functionalist school of thought sees society as a system, okay, and in that system there are sub parts and each sub part has a role to play, and that sub part while playing the role ensures that the society is in a state of stability, ठीक है। कार्ल मार्क्स also with his idea of conflict theory also sees society as a system, okay, but in this system what he sees is that सोसाइटी का जो बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर है, जो सुपर स्ट्रक्चर है, ठीक है, सच एज जो पॉलिटिकल इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं, जो सोशल इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं, ठीक है, these institutions are basically based on economic infrastructure, ठीक है, और इस इकोनॉमिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के ऊपर ही वो सुपर स्ट्रक्चर स्थायी रूप से है, ठीक है। तो एक चीज तो कॉमन है, बोथ फंक्शनलिस्ट स्कूल ऑफ थॉट एंड मार्क्सिस्ट स्कूल ऑफ थॉट सीज सोसाइटी एज ए सिस्टम, ठीक है, दे सी सोसाइटी एज द सिस्टम, ओके, एंड कार्ल मार्क्स इज, अभी मैं थोड़ा सा बैकग्राउंड दे रहा हूं, कार्ल मार्क्स is also influenced by by a process of evolution, okay. So whenever someone is born, such as us, okay, I remember 10 years back when we used to talk about politics at MNC, मैं एमएनसी में काम करता था, वहाँ पे वी यूज टू टॉक अबाउट पॉलिटिक्स एट कैफेटेरिया और एट कैंटीन। देयर यूज टू बी सेट ऑफ पीपल जो बोलते थे डोंट डिस्कस पॉलिटिक्स, वी आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड, ओके। पोस्ट 2014 और पोस्ट द राइज ऑफ नरेंद्र मोदी जी, व्हाट आई फाइंड दैट एवरीवन हैज बिकम पॉलिटिकल, okay, everyone is taking an interest in politics, either the person is pro the party in power today or against the party in power today. What has been the biggest achievement of Modi ji is that he has made all of us political, okay. In a similar fashion, when Karl Marx was growing up, that point of time he was influenced by the idea of evolution, okay. एक हीगल का था, ओके, हीगल ने बोला था कि आइडियाज इवॉल्व होते हैं, ठीक है, और आइडियाज कैसे इवॉल्व होते हैं, एक सेट ऑफ आइडिया निकलता है, ठीक है, उस आइडियाज को चैलेंज किया जाता है, ठीक है, उसके एंटी कोई आइडिया आती है, ठीक है, और उस दोनों के सिंथेसिस से एक तीसरा आइडिया डेवलप होता है। इन ए सिमिलर फैशन again this idea is challenged and then again another idea come into existence, okay, because of thesis and antithesis. And he believes that the society what he was seeing at that point of time, okay, और हाँ, जो आइडिएशन है उसकी जो पराकाष्ठा है, पराकाष्ठा मतलब पिनाकल, वो एक डेमोक्रेटिक सोसाइटी है, ठीक है. ये कांटियंस आइडिया ऑफ, कांटियंस थ्योरी ऑफ आइडिएशन है, ये भी इन्फ्लुएंस हुए थे इमैनुअल कैंट से, ठीक है, हिज थ्योरी ऑफ आइडिएशन, ठीक है. तो इवन कार्ल मार्क्स वाज इन्फ्लुएंस्ड कि ऐसा कुछ होता है, आइडियाज होती हैं, ठीक है, उसको चैलेंज किया जाता है, आइडिया को थेसिस बोलेंगे, उसको चैलेंज करती है एंटीथेसिस, और फिर उस दोनों से मिलके एक सिंथेसिस होता है, और इस दिस प्रोसेस में एक इवोल्यूशन होते रहता है, और पूरी हिस्ट्री में आइडियाज इवॉल्व हुए हैं. तो इस चीज से कार्ल मार्क्स भी काफी प्रभावित थे. कार्ल मार्क्स वाज हाईली इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय दिस इवोल्यूशन ऑफ आइडियाज. Okay, again Karl Marx was also influenced by evolution of humans. Okay, so that time again I have told you that today we are all political because of the things around us. Okay, so he was influenced by evolution of humans. Why? Because Darwin's theory of human evolution or his theory of origin of species became very popular at that point of time. कार्ल मार्क्स का टाइम पीरियड है 1818 में उनका जन्म हुआ है और 1883 में उनका निधन हो चुका है, ठीक है. और बाय 1848 वो अपने पिनाकल पे पहुंच जाते हैं, ठीक है. आप समझ सकते हैं कि इंडिया में 1857 में जो वॉर ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस हुआ है उसके बारे में भी कार्ल मार्क्स का स्टेटमेंट है, दैट इज वॉर ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस. मेजॉरिटी ऑफ यू मे नॉट बी अवेयर ऑफ इट, बट कार्ल मार्क्स हैज गिवन दैट स्टेटमेंट. कार्ल मार्क्स हैज आल्सो रिप्लाइड, ये मैंने कहीं पढ़ा था, टू गालिब. ओके, व्हेन गालिब टॉक्स अबाउट दैट, हमें मालूम है जन्नत की हकीकत मगर दिल बहलाने के लिए ख्याल अच्छा है. ओके, सो उसके कपलेट का कहीं ट्रांसलेशन इंग्लैंड के किसी लाइब्रेरी में कार्ल मार्क्स ने पढ़ा था. And he also says that there is someone who, he is very happy to find someone that someone is aware that जो religion है ना वो हमें subjugate करने के लिए होता है, ठीक है. अगेन हम जब कार्ल मार्क्स को पढ़ेंगे अच्छे से, so we'll try to see his idea on religion, his idea on human being, what he talks about alienation, he talks about conflict in the society, and whatever he does not speaks up on those stuff, we can apply those idea in our day-to-day life and try to see certain kind of resonance with it. See, he is not 100% true, but one thing is clear that you can apply his idea everywhere. Okay. Okay. So as per Karl Marx, he talks about historical materialism. Okay, what is historical materialism? He says that man, since his, whenever I am saying man, it means human being. Okay, so man since its inception, or human beings since in its inception has been doing two things: searching for food, and participating in the process of production. Okay, as per him, historically human beings have been involved in, since their inception, food Okay, they have been searching for food because food is extremely important for survival. And second, they have been participating or producing something. Okay, these two things are very much important for existence of human being or for a human. Okay, so he divides history into 5 stages. Okay, again I have told you, he is very much influenced by the idea of evolution. So for him, history can be human history. History can be divided into different stages. And each stage, things must have evolved to enter into the next stage. So what could be the possible reason for evolution of human being or human history from one stage to another stage? I have told you 2 things are very much essential: food and the process of production or producing something. So whenever there has been change in process of production, it must have changed the social dynamics, which in turn would have changed the society as a whole. See, I will tell you, during pandemic, what happened? People started working from home. Okay, work from home started. How this work from home was possible? Because of digital revolution. Okay, because of this digital revolution, don't you see that the relationship what one human has with another has also changed? 20 years back, if someone would have said that it would be possible for someone to speak and have a video conference simultaneously seeing them on phone, people would have laughed. 97, I think, for the first time, we started here for the first time in small towns, mobile phone was available. Okay, in major regions of India, mobile phone by that time, 97, it was available, but not everyone was having it. So the idea of carrying phone in the pocket itself was quite revolutionary. After that, digital revolution happened, and by 2010-11 people started using WhatsApp. Okay, I started using WhatsApp quite late. Okay, but I will tell you, WhatsApp came into existence, digital revolution happened, the relationship changed. In fact, people prior to 20 years would not have believed that there would be site for marriages such as jeevansathi.com, bharatmatrimony.com, shadi.com. Okay, so today people are also meeting strangers on a digital mode and they are planning a life with them or even dating with them, right? So don't you think because of the change in this technological mode, the relationship in society has changed? Prior to you being somewhere else, you could have said that today I am not going to attend the office, I am feeling weak. Now the boss is also asking to WhatsApp the details of medical prescription, or they are also asking for video to see whether you are in the hospital or not. And various other avenues have changed. Your parents are also willing to have video conference with you to meet you in spite of having so much of physical distance. So the social relationship has changed a lot. Okay, now you are worried about people, those who are liking your Instagram and not commenting your Instagram. It is happening. So in a similar fashion, whenever the factors of productions, What are factors of production? Land, machinery, tools, factories. These are example of capital. Okay. Entrepreneurship or entrepreneurship. Labor. Okay. These are the factors of production. The labor comes from laborer or those who are willing to provide their physical labor or skills in the process of production. And entrepreneurships are those who owns machinery, tools, factors of production, such as they have the idea what to produce, how to produce. Okay. And land. If you see all the four, you can see that one thing which changes often is this: land is constant, labor's skill set will vary, but depending upon what? The machinery, tools, okay, entrepreneurship. So whenever these factors of production such as machinery, they change, okay, whenever they change, the human society also change. I have just shown you that when there is a digital revolution, the social relationship also changed. So whenever these factor of production, especially machinery, tools, capital investment, ideas, okay, they change. Whenever they change, the human society moves from one stage to other stage. Okay. Again, see, when a person enters into the process of production, okay, laborer, okay, whenever he enters into the process of production, he has a relationship with the factors of production. He enters in a relationship with the factors of production, especially machine, tools, technical stuff, and he also enters into relationship with the producer. Producer matlab the owner, employer. He is an employee. He enters into relationship. Okay. Whenever these factors of production change, that relationship which a human possesses with another human, that is the employee possessing with the employer, that also changes significantly. And because of this, there is a conflict. Okay. And this conflict is inherent in the nature of capitalism. This is what Karl Marx said. ठीक है? अब मैं आपको डिटेल में थोड़ा समझाऊंगा. देखो, अर्ली मैन, ठीक है, जब आए तो एवरीथिंग विच वॉज ओवर देयर दे यूज टू कलेक्ट फ्रॉम फॉरेस्ट. ओके, दे यूज टू कलेक्ट फ्रॉम फॉरेस्ट, whether it was fruits, leaves, honey, or they used to have consume it from the animals which was freely available. Okay, and everyone owned everything. They used to go in a group and hunt it. Okay, so in the primitive stage, nature was owned by, everything was provided by nature, and nature was owned by everyone. Since the population was very less, people used to own everything. Okay, there was no concept of private property. ठीक है, किसी ने अपना बाउंड्री वॉल नहीं बनाया था, किसी के पास जमीन का पट्टेदारी नहीं होता था. ठीक है, there was no land registration office in the first stage when the early men were staying in the caves. they used to go for hunting or gathering of roots, fruits. Okay, so everything in nature was sufficient to provide for them. Okay, but this stage is known as primitive communism. Okay, this is the first stage. Okay, उसके बाद क्या हुआ, सेकेंड स्टेज में क्या हुआ, आप देखोगे कि यूरोप में, आप यूरोप का हिस्ट्री अगर पढ़ोगे, इनफैक्ट मिडाइवल इंडिया का भी हिस्ट्री पढ़ोगे, मिडीवियल इंडिया का भी हिस्ट्री अगर पढ़ोगे, यू विल फाइंड द मेंशन ऑफ स्लेव्स. Let's stick to the Europe. So what it was happening, that people used to capture slaves by attacking one locality or one group of people by the other, and those who were captured alive, they were subjugated and they were sold. Once they were sold, what was happening? अब इसको बेचा है तो कुछ तो होगा ना, तो they were owned by masters. And these masters used to make them do works. Okay, so that work was used to produce something, whether it might be agricultural stuff, or it might be some other goods such as textile, or it might be related to production of shoes, leather goods. Okay, or some other such as perfume. Okay, perfume had high demand during those time. So these products had their own market. So these slaves were producing. Okay, when the master was over there, the purpose of master was what? To maximize the profit. ठीक है, तो इनपुट कॉस्ट में सिर्फ लेबर ही एक ऐसा चीज है जो कॉम्प्रोमाइज किया जा सकता है. तो इनके ये स्लेव्स होते थे. These slaves have no basic human rights, no natural rights were bestowed on them. Okay, they used to work for more than 16-17 hours each day. Okay, they were thrown into a very congested space. Maybe there were few masters, those who were benevolent, right? Even Gautam Buddha has talked about slave in Indian society. So that means slaves were found almost universally everywhere in this time period of human history. Okay, so these slaves were working for the masters and they were producing stuff. So Marx called it the second stage, master slave stage, stage of production. Okay, after this came era of feudal lords, feudalism. Okay, और feudal era. Okay, तो feudalism को जमींदारी प्रथा से कंपेयर करने की कोशिश कीजिए, क्योंकि ये यूरोपियन फीचर्स है. ठीक है, तो आपको बता देता हूँ, एक्चुअली यूरोप में होता क्या था कि बहुत सारे फ्यूडल लॉर्ड्स होते थे जो बड़े बड़े जागीरदार होते थे. ठीक है, और जो फ्यूडल लॉर्ड्स होते थे, they used to provide strength to the king in form of providing them with their own army. They used to maintain their own army. So king was dependent on feudal lords. Okay, and these feudal lords used to exploit this position of king. King was totally unstable. The position of king was highly unstable. And these feudal lords had their own fiefdom. Okay, जागीर जिसको कह सकते हैं. ठीक है, यहां पे उनके अंदर जो लोग काम करते थे उनको सर्व्स कहा जाता था. ठीक है, and these serfs used to work on the land owned by these feudal lords. Okay, so when these serfs used to work on the land of these feudal lords, they were producing something. What they were producing are agricultural products. Okay, so once they were working on this land and producing agricultural stuff, they were also allowed certain amount of land to work on and to produce for themselves. Okay, here the relationship between feudal lord and serf would have been much more better compared to the previous one of slave and master. If it was time of famine or drought, the feudal lord must have taken care of them. Since the factor of production over here is primarily land and not some other machinery, what we know is that the relationship with feudal lord, that of serf, was of more social in nature. Feudal lord would have also participated in the social, cultural festivals of his serf if he was a bit benevolent, or the serf would have got such a certain relationship in terms they might be visiting the household of the feudal lords during festivals, during celebrations, during family gatherings. Okay, and there would have been certain kind of human relationship. Okay, but which is the fourth stage, that is the capitalistic mode of production. In the capitalistic mode of production, the total importance or the total focus shifted toward the machinery or the factory. Here the workers were called to work upon machine. Okay. The social interaction between the worker and the factory owner was minimal. Right? They were time bound to provide 12 to 14 hours. I am talking about post-industrial revolution or the industrial revolution era, which was still going on from mid of 18th century or mid of 18th century till this time. Okay, so the relationship between worker and the factory owner would be that of the laborers were providing their labor to the factory owners, and they were producing goods in the factories which were sold again in the colonial market. Okay, I am talking about Karl Marx is born in 1818. Okay, and 1850 के लगभग तो he might have reached his pinnacle. So whatever he saw this, that the factory owners were producing goods by employing the workers, and they were selling their goods. So entire purpose of capitalism is what? As per Raymond Aron, आप इसे लिख लीजिए. Okay, Raymond Aron. The entire essence of capitalism is nothing but maximization of profit. Okay, it is maximization of profit. The capitalists enter into the process of production with the very purpose of to maximize the profit. So I have told you, in the factors of production, land, labor, machine, that is machine or capital, and entrepreneurship. Land is fixed, machine is the technology they are working on, entrepreneur is nothing but the owner of the factory, and then लेबर. इसको जितना एक्सप्लॉइट करेंगे प्रोडक्टिविटी उतना ज्यादा होता है, बिकॉज ऑल अदर थिंग आर समवॉट इनफ्लेक्सिबल. अब मशीन है तो उसको हटा तो नहीं ना सकते हैं, या टेक्नोलॉजी ऑल ऑफ ए सडन अपग्रेड नहीं ना कर सकते हैं. एंटरप्रेन्योर है तो खुद कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करेगा. लैंड इज फिक्स्ड. सो प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी कैन बी मैक्सिमाइज्ड ओनली व्हेन द लेबर आर हाईली एक्सप्लॉइटेड. ओके, so because of this very reason there is conflict. Okay, and because of this conflict change is inevitable. Okay, so Marx divides the society into two parts over here, have and have nots.